My name is Raheel Qureshi and I am from Nairobi, Kenya, East Africa. And I have been a businessman trading in actually petroleum products for the last 23 years. Since I've been in the petroleum sector for quite a bit of time, I was always passionate about actually climate change, sustainability, because that is basically the actually future. Moving away from actually linear sort of consumption and doing something about the environment. Europe is the leader in actually terms of this science, sort of thinking. And that's what attracted me to Portugal, in the sense that it's a gateway to where I thought that my ideas could take shape. Yeah, I mean, the thing is that with the actually HQA and specifically empowered startups, is that there is a focus on startups, innovation, business incubation. So that was very near and dear to my interests, right? Because it's okay, yes, I can have a good idea, but you always need a network, you always need people with the same sort of thinking to put it into practice and to put it into shape. Yes, I did look at the golden visa, but I think that is you just buy the residency and you move. It doesn't give you that ability to learn, to develop yourself. So I think that's where the actually comparison differentiates. I signed my contract with Empowered in February last year. They actually introduced me to the university by beginning of April. And by June, I had my IMA actually appointment. September, I had my resident card. And February this year, I am here in actually Portugal. So it just goes to say, you know, how fast and efficient the whole actually process is with empowered startups. I am working with University of actually Aveiro, and I'm with the Department of Environment and Management. So going back to what I'd earlier mentioned is my passion about sustainability and climate actually change. So I'm working on a carbon first project which is based on pyrolysis of biochar, right? Rather than biochar being a commodity, we are actually looking at it being an enabler of earning carbon credits, right? So that's what the basis of my project is about. Initially, we had discussed with the university to do with bio-oil, right? Because of my background in the fuel industry. But with the discussion with the professor, I'm a perfect example of how your idea can actually evolve. Yeah, so we moved from the bio-oil into the biochar, and it has been a pretty positive experience. Well, so far my experience has been very, very positive. We touched a bit about this subject just before we came in the sense that you see, when you're coming from a region where I was actually from, an entrepreneur is really left to his means to get to develop the business concept that he may have. But here, with the support of Empowered and with the support of the university and the department, I have actually been able to put a lot of that into practice and to see, yes, it's not just a figment of my imagination in terms of what I'm thinking, but there are tangible results that you can actually produce, be them negative or actually positive, because if you have a theory, if you have an idea, it doesn't work out, it always opens for you an area that you can then focus on to then develop your idea. I think there's always especially on social media, about a comparison between the golden visa and the HQA. My personal opinion is, I don't think that's a very fair sort of a comparison, right? Because for you to go the golden visa way means that yes, you're coming here to live in the countryside or on the beach and relax and retire. But with the actually HQA, it's a way to develop your career, it's a way to develop your business, it's a way to develop your ideas, your passion, right? So anybody who is interested in that sort of a direction, I think the HQA is a perfect, actually concept for them to get there.